Hey guys, I apologize for not making a video as often on this channel, but I came across 50 questions you should ask yourself, and I thought, well, why not do it for this video? Hey, there's some interesting questions I'm going to answer honestly, and I would be very interested if you could also make a video response or even just answer some of these questions yourself. It's definitely thought-provoking, so, well, let's go. Question 1. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? Now, to me, that's a tricky one because I feel old, but I dream as if I were a child, so I honestly don't know if I can answer that one. So, yeah. Which is worse, failing or never trying? I guess the answer is simple, that one. It's failing. But I don't think failing is the biggest part, it's what we fear. I think the biggest part is actually getting enough courage to set yourself up for whatever outcome may be. So I don't think failing or never trying is worse. I think it's getting the courage to do that. I think that's probably the worst thing. If life is so short, why do we have so many things we don't like and like so many things we don't do? Well, I would have to say that's down to routine. People, including myself, I mean, I love routine because it's normal and it's safe. We do need to break routine more often. When it is all said and done, will you have said more than you've done? I hope I will have done more than said. I guess in this moment of time I've said more than done anything, and I really do need to change that one. Definitely. What is the one thing you'd most like to change about the world? Wow, okay. You know, it may sound cheesy, but I would very much like to see everyone working together as a family. I mean, after all, that's what we are, people. We're family. Just think of, like, the endless possibilities that our race could achieve if we could only overcome our fear of just not having enough. For our entire species, I honestly do believe our entire species will one day depend on that notion. It will be a tricky time, and I don't know if we will make it as a species, but we can always hope. I would very much like to see us all coming together, definitely. If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? You know, I would love to learn more science. I just love to know the workings of our beginnings and everyday living. So yeah, I would definitely love to know more about our world. Definitely, that brings me happiness. Are you doing what you believe in, or are you settling for what you are doing? Honestly, I'm settling for what I'm doing, and I seriously do need to get my ass in gear and become the vision I want to be. I guess that's a hard truth to come to terms with. But yeah, I'm definitely settling for what I'm doing, which isn't good. If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? Oh, well, I believe, I believe that our entire human race would take a lot more risks, definitely. Not risks to enrich not only our lives, but the lives of others. There would be no time for petty squabbles. It would definitely be an interesting world if we did only live for 40 years. I think people would drop a lot more shit. But yeah, that would be an interesting world. To what degree have you actually controlled the course of your life? You know, I've never really had control. Even now, I'm in my own place. I guess it seems weird to say that, but I actually realize that now I'm still living by the same rules that I was 5 years ago. I guess that's another harsh one to come to terms with. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? I would like to believe I will always do the right thing, and I would honestly have to say that I'm far more concerned about doing things right. Is that healthy? You're having lunch with 3 people you respect and admire. They all start criticizing a close friend of yours. Not knowing she is your friend, this criticism is distasteful and unjust. What do you do? Honestly, I would be disgusted. I would definitely speak out against those whom are portraying my friend in a negative light. You know, as I've lost blood relatives that are close to me, I've come to value friendship more and more. They are my new family. If you're a close friend, I will speak out against decisions I believe are wrong. I will slap you with reality if needed. But one thing that you can always count on is that I will always, and I mean always, be there when you need me, for I know you'll do the same. So I would definitely defend you. Definitely. You're my family after all. If you could offer a newborn child only one piece of advice, what would it be? Say what you mean what you say. Would you break the law to save a loved one? Absolutely, there's no doubt in my mind. That's a very simple, quick, easy answer. Absolutely. Have you ever seen insanity where you later saw creativity? Yes, actually. I guess the rising against governments and mistreatment. The way people go about it, I think, is not only creative, but also extremely thought-provoking. I did think it was a very blunt, oh, they're just out there to cause violence. But no, it's very deep. It's deeper than that, and it means a lot more, definitely. What's something you know you do differently than most people? Well, I bath a lot more. I know it's not the most deep and insightful answer you're gonna get, but it's the best one I can think of. So, sorry. How come the things that make you happy don't make everyone happy? Wow. I don't think I can honestly answer this one. I mean, I can give you a superficial answer. I mean, humans are very complex. But as to why they don't, that's something I believe only another person could answer. The person who doesn't like what you like. Yeah, can't answer that one. What one thing have you not done you would really like to do, and what's holding you back? You know, I would really love to swim with sharks. Whale sharks, great whites, hammerheads are my most wanted creatures to swim with. I guess as for what's holding me back, don't get many sharks around my parts. I do need to jet off somewhere else for that. So I guess where I live's holding me back. Are you holding onto something you need to let go of? See, this is interesting because if I'm holding onto something, then I believe it's justified. I do not believe you become a better person to let things go. If people or situations piss you off, you're feeling those emotions for a very valid reason. To dismiss those very valid feelings is doing more harm than good. So, no, I'm not holding on to anything that I need to let go of. It's all justified. If you had to move to any state or country besides the one you currently live in, Where would you move and why?
Australia? Well, firstly, I would get to swim with sharks, so, take that one off the list. And, it's got nice weather, and I feel as it could hold opportunities for me, definitely. Do you push the elevator button more than once? Do you believe it really makes the elevator go faster? Not normally, no. I find it helps as much as spam clicking a closed, crashed application. It will go when it's ready. Would you rather be a worried genius or a joyful simpleton? I would rather be a joyful simpleton. I mean, while knowledge does bring me happiness, the constant worry with being a genius would take away the beauty that I long for, so definitely a joyful simpleton. Why are you? Wow, this is a tricky one. I think it's one that I may not be able to answer. I don't think I can give you an answer to this one. No, that's just too deep. Have you been the kind of friend you want as a friend? I believe so. I mean, as I said before, I'm cold, sometimes harsh, but at all times I'm very loyal. I mean, at least I like to think so. So, I want somebody to correct me and to love me for who I am, as I do my friends, so yes. Which is worse, when a good friend moves away, or losing touch with a good friend who lives right near you? I have to say both are quite cutting. In the end, I feel that both have the same result, a lost connection. So, to that, there is no right answer to this question. What are you most grateful for? Would you rather lose all of your old memories, or never be able to make up new ones? The memories I have now are the ones that define me. They make me me. So to wipe out those memories is also wiping out who I am. So I would have to keep my own memories and not make any new ones. Is it possible to know the truth without challenging it first? No. I mean, we can all have the gut feelings, but to believe we're right without first searching for contradictions is a life not worth leading. It's a life of blind ignorance, and that is something, again, not worth leading. Has your greatest fear ever come true? No. I guess my greatest fear is losing the only family I have left. And, well, I do not bear to think of that day, so no. Do you remember the last time 5 years ago when you were extremely upset? Does it hold any matter now? I can't say that I do. So, I guess it wasn't worth holding on to. Well, I'm sure it was justified at the time. What is your happiest childhood memory? And what makes it so special? Christmases were always a peaceful and enjoyable time when I was younger. Nothing in the world really mattered, just one family under a Christmas tree, enjoying our company. At what time in your recent past have you felt most passionate and alive? I can't really say I felt passionate, but I do like to stand on the edge of high places. Nothing more invigorating than being on Land's End. It's freeing. If not now, when? Most likely, never. If you haven't achieved it yet, what do you have to lose? Absolutely nothing. Have you ever been with someone, said nothing, and walked away feeling like you had the best conversation ever? Yes, actually. It's strangely comfortable. Why do religions that support love cause so many wars? I'm not really sure of any mainstream religion that supports love. It's either you believe as we do, or you're condemned to hell. And I guess that's where the problem... No, that is where the problem lies. I mean, religion in its core, it's hateful. Is it possible to know, without a doubt, what good and what evil is? I guess on a very large spectrum, probably not. In a more simplistic terms, yes. I mean, we know that hurting somebody causes them to cry. Although, we only see that reaction after the action. Huh. That's an interesting question. Yeah, I fear I'll be pondering that one for quite a while now. No, good question. I don't know. I had an answer and I kind of contradicted myself with that answer, so I don't know. If you just won $1 million, would you quit your job? Hell no. Because it's not my job. It's a hobby. A hobby that hasn't lost its fun yet, so why would I quit? Would you rather have less work to do, or more work you actually enjoy doing? Well, I guess that's an easy one. I would rather do more work I enjoy, because if I enjoy it, then it would be a pleasure to put in those extra hours. So definitely, work more. Do you feel like you've lived this day 100 times before? Yes, yeah. Yeah, I really do need to shake it up every now and then, I must admit, I know. When was the last time you marched into the dark with only the soft glow of an idea you strongly believed in? It's probably when I removed myself from school and enrolled into college. I had my school and even my mother doubting me. But needless to say, I turned it into a success, so... yeah, that was a good time. If you knew that everyone was going to die tomorrow, who would you visit today? I guess that's an easy one again. I would visit my sister and nephew. And I would savor every moment of it. Would you be willing to reduce your life expectancy by 10 years to become extremely attractive and famous? Well, no. I guess a better question would be, would I subtract 10 years of my life for eternal happiness? I guess to me that's a more thought-provoking question. What is the difference between being alive and truly living? Well, I guess everyone lives, but only few experience more than the boundaries we set for ourselves. When is it time to stop calculating the risks and rewards and just go ahead and do what you know is right? Right now. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? I guess we as a society have been brought up to believe that being wrong is bad. Get a D- on an exam and people will judge you for it. So I don't believe we're afraid to make mistakes. We're afraid as to what society will see us as. What would you do differently if you knew nobody was going to judge you? I'd probably do a bit of LARPing. Yeah, seems fun. When was the last time you noticed the sound of your own breathing? I don't think this deep question applies to me. As I record most days, I need to be aware of it, so yeah. What do you love? Have any of your recent actions openly expressed this love? I love my friends and I love what's left of my family. So I'm constantly there for them, no matter what. So I feel as though that expresses my love for them. In 5 years from now, will you remember what you did yesterday? What about the day before that? Or the day before that? I think I will. I will remember what I did as a whole. I made YouTube videos and I enjoyed it. So yes, I do believe I will hold on to that collective doing for as long as I live. It's been a great part of my life. Decisions are being made right now. The question is, Are you making them for yourself, or are you letting others make them for you? You know, I start out making them for myself, but I do believe I'm swayed by other people's opinion. So it's an interesting mix. Well, there we have it, the 50 questions that you should ask yourself. I have now asked myself and answered. I think it's quite thought-provoking. I definitely have some self-reflection to do. But I would also be interested in what you would do. So maybe a video response, or just answer some of the questions in the comments. I will link you to the website that holds those 50 questions. So yes, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll get another one out in a timely manner. Thanks for watching. Much love.